channel, Bianca Scogan Beauty. I am so glad to have you guys here today. I have a blush tag video. Okay, so couple of things. It is 2023. It is my no buy year where I am buying no makeup. So I thought it would be fun. I've been trying to do fun videos where I'm like showing my collection, or I'm just experimenting with videos, so I'm not buying things. Cool. So next thing I want to talk about is that this video is kind of out in the blue. Like the last time I saw a blush tag video was, I think it was like 6 or 8 months ago, from Martina Lilly. And she referenced Michelle Wong. And then I watched Michelle Wong's video and she referenced Allie Glines and Samantha March and Jessica Braun. So this is not a new video. It's called All About My Blush Collection. And I think that Allie Glines and Jessica Braun and Samantha March did this video like 2 years ago, and then people just keep doing it. And I was like, hey, I saw the video and I was like, that is so much fun. That would be fun to do a video showing my blush, especially because my last video, as in this time right now, in this present day, which will not be the present day that you're seeing it, my last video was my blush declutter. So I realized I have a lot of blush and I want to use my blushes that I have and just have fun with them. So I thought that this would be a really fun video to talk about my blushes and my blush collection. So I thought the blush tag, and I love tag videos. Tag videos are so much fun because you can talk about your collection. So that's what this is. So let's get into it and talk about these tags, these blushes of mine. Okay, so I used their recommendations. I'm getting these from Michelle Wong's video. I will put them in my description box, the topic, and then I will say what blush I'm using for that one, under the category. There it is. But I felt like some of them were kind of repetitive, so we're gonna work this out. Some of them might be like two blushes meet one category. We'll see. And I added my own category as well because I thought that was fun. Anyway, so the first category is newest blush. And this one was hard for me. And I was talking to my husband about this because I was like, normally this would be hard for me because I'm a shopaholic and I buy so many blushes that it would be hard for me to find which one was the newest because I buy so much. But this time, I think because I'm in a no buy year, I was like, which one is my newest blush? What did I buy last? And then I was like, oh, well, I could look at my subscription boxes. And I was like, okay, I did actually. Here it is. And it is in the packaging. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Flush Blush in Bellini. Okay, so for my no buy year, I am able to buy things with gift cards. So people gift me gift cards, or I can get them from my work with award code points. But with award code points, I can only get like Sephora gift cards or Ulta gift cards or TJ Maxx gift cards. I can't get like the indie brands that I love so much. I am limited on that, but I am still able to buy things. So it helps me to, when something new comes out and I really, really want it, or, I can still get gifts. So I did recently pick this up because I am going to be doing a video and that I want to do incorporated in. This is the Bellini blush. I haven't even opened it because the video I'm going to do is an orange blush video. So my second best video on my channel is my purple blush video. So then recently I also did a pink blush video and it did pretty good too. So I was like, you know what is also a fun blush color? Orange. So I thought it would be fun to buy some orange blushes and also find the orange blushes I already have, because the whole point of this no buy is to use the collection that I already own, right? Not to buy new things. So most of them will be from my already owned collection. Man, why do they make these so hard to open? But some of these blushes I did buy with gift cards that I had from, I think I had them from Christmas. Anyways, so here we go. My goodness, that was hard to open. Here we go. It is an orange blush. It is in the shade Bellini. Ooh. Here we go. Pretty. And I like this formula a lot. I already have a blush in this formula. And so I was like, oh, if it's I wanted to buy a blush for that video, but I also wanted it to be a blush that I wouldn't just be like, okay, I got it for the video, I'm never going to use it again. I wanted it to be from a brand and a formula that I enjoy, and these flushed blushes I really do enjoy, so it fit all the categories. The oldest blush in my collection, and this was hard because I mean, I go through my collection and I do declutter, so I'm getting rid of things that are old, but we still hang on to things, right? So I just did a blush declutter, and I think it's hard to say. It's hard to say what is your oldest blush. So I think my oldest cream blush, which isn't my oldest blush, but my oldest cream blush is this Honest Beauty Rose Pink blush. So this isn't my oldest blush, but it is my oldest cream blush. Anyways, I did actually declutter this one, so I took it out of my declutter pile to use for this video. But my oldest blush, this was a hard one because I think I got it in an Ipsy. And so I didn't personally like pick it out and buy it where I did with that Honest Beauty blush. So I think I got it in Ipsy, and I've been getting Ipsy since my daughter was a baby and she's 9. So I don't know how old this blush is, but I'm pretty darn sure that this is my oldest blush. And I decluttered this one too, but I pulled it back out for this video. So technically my oldest blush in my collection that I didn't declutter, I don't know, that hurts my brain too much. This is my oldest blush though, in my house right now, because I haven't given them all away yet. Anyways, this is from Tarte. It is the shade Party, P-A, lots of A's. There's 3 A's, T-A, P, 3 A's, R-T-Y. Anyways, I believe this is my oldest blush, and you can kind of see that I have worn down on the imprint. So I believe that this is my oldest blush. It's hard to say, you know, I have a bad memory. Okay, cool. So the next category is my most expensive blush. Okay, so I originally went with my Dior blush, and then as I was going through all my blushes, I found my Tom Ford blush. And okay, so why is this not like a duh, Bianca, you should have remembered that because you spent $90 on it? Because I didn't. I got this from Influencer for free for a review. You know, you give a review and you get things. So I no longer get Influencer because now I have a ton of stuff and I don't need more. I'm trying to limit my collection right now. Anyways, so I got this Tom Ford blush. It is in the shade Explicit Flush. And honestly, it's a good blush, but it is not worth $90, even though Tom Ford thinks it is. But anyways, it's okay. This is a $90 blush, my most expensive blush. Is it the one that I spent my most money on? No. I think that's the Dior blush. It's later on in this blush. I want to say countdown, but this blush tag. But that is my most expensive, like worth the most money in this blush collection. After expensive goes your most affordable. What is my most affordable blush? Okay, so I picked out 2 here because I have one that I decluttered and one that I have not decluttered. Where for the oldest one, I should have done one that I decluttered and one that I didn't, and I didn't think of it, and now I'm not going to. So, I don't know. I think it's because I don't really have, when I started this channel is when I bought a lot of blushes. So, the blushes in my collection right now, a lot of them are like the old age of my channel. And so I have like, I don't know, a lot of blushes that are that age. So it would be like, here's 30 blushes that are 2 years old. My least expensive blush. This one is from Essence. It is the Mosaic blush. I did declutter this one because it is I think it was $4.99. And for $4.99, I don't know, I don't even want to play that game. It feels like a $5 blush. It's kind of chalky. It doesn't have a lot of color pigment payoff. It's not that great. So I decluttered it because I didn't even want it taking up space in my collection when it's not that great. Okay, so one that I do have in my collection and keep in my collection is this one from ColourPop. It is the Night Bloom blush. And I don't have a lot of drugstore. I just don't. I like high-end more. And usually I get high-end half off during sales. And again, that's part of the reason I'm a shopaholic, because a sale comes and I'm like, oh, I gotta get it. So I don't have a lot of drugstore because I just get high-end for low prices. Anyways, this is a drugstore blush. I believe I got it for $9. I will be putting things in my description box, so the price of this now will be in my description box. if they even sell it now, I'll put, you know, something like it. Anyways, this is the Night Bloom blush. I think I already said that. And it's like a pastel lavender color, lilac color. It's so pretty. So this is currently in my collection. I use this one on a regular basis and I really like it. So it is my least expensive blush that is currently in my makeup collection. Okay, the next one is Everyday Blush. Okay, so there's an Everyday Blush and there's also a Most Used Blush. And this is where I was talking about repetitive, because I feel like my Everyday Blush is my most used blush. So anyways, I have two and I'll talk about them at different times and I feel like they could be interchangeable. Cool? Everyday Blush. This is from Rare Beauty. This is in the shade Grace and I love these blushes. This is my favorite blush formula. I feel like it's funny because in this tag, there isn't favorite blush. There is one that is, it's like fave from fave, which is like your favorite blush from your favorite brand, but there isn't just like, what's your favorite blush out of all your blushes? Interesting, which I guess that one is. Come on, Bianca. Anyways, this is like an everyday blush. If I don't want to think and I just want to put on a blush, it's this one. I really like the color. It's kind of mauve-y. I like that, yes, it does pack a punch with pigment, but usually when I'm putting on makeup, I am going to work for like 10 hours and I don't want to have to reapply my makeup. So I like these blushes because they stay on for a really long time. You just do one dot, you know, blend it out, blush. You have blush on for 10 hours or more. I haven't tested it, but a long time. So this is like an everyday, and it's not a crazy color for me. It's a nice mauve. It's not too light that I have to build it up a lot. It's not too dark where I have to blend it out like crazy. It's a nice blush. It's a nice blush and it has that purpley mauve color that is one of my favorite colors for blush. So Everyday Blush, this one. Okay, my next one is, I feel like they go in opposites because we have newest, oldest, most expensive, least expensive. So everyday, now we have most colorful, your least everyday, I guess, which I don't care. I wear a colorful blush on a daily basis. Like I'll wear a colorful blush tomorrow. I don't care. I'm just kind of crazy like that. So I have 3 here because I feel like I have a lot of colors. I am an artist. I love to oil paint and I just really like color. And so it's hard for me to pick one. So I have 3 here. And I thought these were very, very colorful blushes. So they all worked. This is from Lorac. It is in the shade Ultraviolet. It is I have a lot of purple blushes. Thus, I did the purple blush video. So I had a hard time picking which purple blush I wanted, but I thought this one really was it's a really rich purple, especially for a powder blush. I do have some rich purples in Creme, but I felt like, well, creams just show up better than powders. And for this to be this rich as a powder, I felt like this hit the mark. So that is Lorac. Then we have Rare Beauty again, and this is in the shade Lucky. Look at, like, bah! That is a bright, hot pink, flamingo pink. Like that's a bright color. And so I like the Rare Beauty formula, and I think it's good when it's a more natural color or when a fun color, because they blend out. It's fine. Then this one is from Persona. This is in the shade Kiss, and this is like a true red. It's just red. Okay, now that I'm realizing it, this color and this color are very similar, but they're really not. We have red. This is a true, like, primary red, which I just thought was really colorful. Like, okay, I guess it's a primary color, so it's not that colorful, but it's a bold red. Like, look at that. So I thought that all 3 of those are just bold colors. I thought about putting in a bold orange because I'm going to be doing an orange blush video, but I mean, that's orange. Look at it. I mean, my hand is pretty darn colorful right now, isn't it? Right. Memory. Okay, this one is also kind of, I felt like had repetitive. We have memory and then we have nostalgic. I thought those were kind of the same, and my husband's like, no, nostalgic could mean like memory, you have a good memory with it, and nostalgic is just, what did he say? Nostalgic is just like something you think of a lot. I don't remember, but in my head, they came out as the same. But anyways, I do have two different blushes for them. So for memory, like I guess something you have a good memory associated, or I guess a bad memory, it just says memory. So I put this blush, I already showed you, but I used it here. This is the Rose Pink Blush, the Honest Cream Blush. So there's actually new packaging of these now. So this is the old packaging, and it has a good memory because this was my very first cream blush I ever bought. Cream liquid, this was it. This was my very first cream liquid blush that I ever bought. And this was the blush I used in my very first YouTube video. So good memory. It's still on my channel. I haven't privated it. It's still there. I mean, is it great? No. Is it terrible? No. It's really just me being me. And I still think I still am pretty me. Like, I don't think I've changed that much. So anyways, this is a good memory because it was my very first YouTube video blush. I don't know what blush I used for my wedding. My wedding was 15 years ago, and I had my friend do my makeup, and I guess I could ask her what she used, but she probably doesn't remember. So that would have been a good memory, but that was a long time ago. Anyways, next one is Worth the Hype. Okay, I have two of them for this one as well. So makeup that is worth the hype. There's a lot of hype about it, and is it worth it? I told you I was going to use this blush. This is the Dior blush in the shade Pink, 001 Pink. Is this worth the hype? Yeah. It's worth the hype, but is it worth $40? I actually made a video, a pink blush video, and this was kind of the center of it, and I duped out some blushes, and I found blushes that are very similar to this that are not. I think the Juvia's Place blush was the most similar, and it was like $18, but it had two colors on it, so it was $18 with two. So technically it was $9, and this is $40, and I thought that they were very similar. So is this worth it? $40? But is it worth the hype? Yeah, it's a beautiful blush. It's really pretty. There are new colors that are out now, and have I bought them? No, because I'm in a no buy. And I can buy them with a gift card, but I hoard those gift cards. I hoard them! So I haven't bought them. Anyways, maybe one day. Who knows? Then I have this from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand in the shade Pinkgasm. It's just a little one. I got it in the Sephora sale, VIB sale that was around Black Friday. Anyways, I got this one with the highlighter one, and it's really pretty. It's very, very beautiful. These have been hyped up. These blushes and highlighters that have these little poofs on, and tons of brands are now making these with the little poofs on them. It's beautiful. I like the formula. I don't love the poof that much. I feel like you get way too much, like you have to squeeze it, and in order for it to come out of the poof, you get way too much. I don't love the mechanism, but I do like the formula. Cool. Anyways, does it sound like it's worth the hype? It is. Both of them I had like, yes, but no. Not worth the hype was another one. And this one is a repetitive one. We have not worth the hype and disappointing. I have both though, so we'll talk about both. Okay, not worth the hype. And this might be controversial, but it's my opinion, so I have to give you my opinion, or I don't have to, but I am on this channel. So Charlotte Tilbury, these Charlotte Tilbury blushes, which is funny because these are both Charlotte Tilbury. So worth the hype, most disappointing. So they're both Charlotte Tilbury, and one is great, and one is like meh, meh. Okay, in my blush decluttered both of these blushes because I have been trying to get into them. People love these blushes. These are the Cheek to Chic blushes. This one is in Walk of No Shame. And I had the Walk of No Shame, and I have the Walk of No Shame, and I had the Pillow Talk. And they are blush. They are blush. And they do what blush should do, but are they amazing? No, they are not. They are blush. They're kind of similar to the Essence blush. Again, probably controversial, but I just feel like there are blushes that are amazing. And then there are blushes that are just like, okay, I put some pigment on my face. These are expensive blushes. I think these are $45. Everything will be in my description box. These are very expensive, and they're blush. Yeah, you do get a lot in there. There's like a lot of formula in there, but like blush. I think it's good if you, okay, I think that I'm not the target audience. I kind of like a fun blush. I kind of like a pop of color. And those are just kind of, like Charlotte Tilbury is very elegant and very glamorous. And I usually am very not that way. I can be that way, but I'm usually kind of goofy. Okay, cool. All right, so the next one is fave from fave. So your favorite blush from your favorite brand. I'm going back to this one. This was, okay, it's my everyday blush. It is my most used blush. It is my favorite blush from my favorite brand. I mean, isn't that how it's supposed to be? If it's your favorite blush, shouldn't it be your everyday blush? I have another blush that is, I put in my, okay, let's just go for it right now. I put this as my most used blush because it looks dirty. Whereas this one really doesn't. Anyways, they're both, and you can see they're both kind of neutral leaning. This one's a little bit more neutrally. Okay, so, and I think that this one is a good everyday blush. This one is. And this is a good, also everyday blush. And this one is used a lot, and this one is used a lot. I covered that topic. As for favorite blush from favorite brand, Rare Beauty blushes, these are my favorite brand of blushes. I love specifically these soft pinch blushes. She has another formula of her blushes that are in like a little pot form, and those ones just don't have a lot of pigment. I never have gotten them because I haven't heard great reviews. So I know, but these. This is my favorite formula of blush, and this is my favorite color of blush. Fave from fave. Nostalgic. I didn't do a nostalgic because I felt like that and memory were the same. Underrated. Underrated blush. I put 2 in here. I do watch beauty YouTube, but I don't watch TikTok. So I don't really know what's being overrated and underrated out there, but these, in my opinion, are underrated. So these Honest Beauty blushes, I think these are absolutely stunning, gorgeous cream blushes. They are in new packaging now, but they're a great price. When I first bought these were $12.99. I believe they're now $14.99. So inflation, they have gone up, but still, they are really, really, really beautiful blushes. Oh my gosh, why are they so hard to open? This one is a different shade. This is Peony Pink. And then we have from Ofra. This Ofra blushes, I just don't, okay, you hear about Ofra highlighters, and Ofra highlighters are my favorite highlighters of all time. But everything else from Ofra, I feel like you don't hear about a lot of. This is a beautiful blush. When I was doing my blush declutter, I swatched this out and I was like, hello, I need to be using this more. This is a beautiful blush. Ofra comes out with more beautiful things than just highlighters. So I feel like these are 2 underrated. They don't get talked about enough. Cool. Okay, so then we have disappointing. I bought these Benefit blushes. Okay, so I guess I need to explain this because these little guys right here were part of a pack. Like I think there were 5 of them. I have no idea where the other 2 are right now. They are floating around in a declutter bin somewhere, but I found these 3. So these ones I got them in a little pack. I think they were on sale. So they're from Benefit. I think they were on sale from like $36 to $18. And there were 5 blushes. And I was like, $18 for 5 blushes? From Benefit? Done, done, done. And people would talk about these blushes. Like this one is Dandelion. This one is Georgia. And this is Sugar Bomb. And then I think there was also a Dallas one in here. And people would talk about like the Dandelion, the Georgia, and the Dandelion, and the Dallas blush. And just rave about them. What is there to rave about? I guess maybe it is not worth the hype. It's both. Disappointed and not worth the hype. This is like basically my skin color. My skin tone. It does nothing. It does nothing on my skin tone. Georgia is kind of more like a highlighter than I don't know. It's not for me. It's just not for me. As I said, I am kind of a clown and I like to wear pigment. I like pigment. And so things that have 0 pigment and I have to build, it's not for me. And to each their own, right? That's the fun of makeup. We all they sell a lot of things so that we all can find something that we like. Anyways, I didn't like them. But they did come out with new, Benefit did, I think that there were complaints that these were actually not very pigmented and like deeper skin tones couldn't wear them. So they did come out with more shades. And I actually made a video about how in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, all of them went on sale for half off, and I made a video telling myself not to buy those because I wanted them. Are those worth the hype? I don't know. I have one of them. I have the Mood one. And I didn't put it in this collection because it wasn't not worth the hype, but it wasn't amazing either. It didn't fill one of these categories, but anyways. Okay, last but not least, the category that I created is most unique, most innovative, is this blush. It is from Swarovski, USA. I got this in a beauty box from Ice Cream Beauty subscription box. And it is, if I can open it, oh my goodness, it is a rose. So I am as confused about this delivery system as I am astonished by it. I do not know if this is a rose and like it's a fake rose and they just have put the blush on it and they've really saturated the petals, or if the petals are completely made of the blush. I don't want to destroy it to find out. I feel like I would have to really destroy it. I could probably just destroy one leaf, but I don't want to. So the mystery is still there. I don't know. It's beautiful. It's a really, really pretty blush. And I like it. I think it's innovative. I think it's beautiful. I think it's unique. It stores terribly. This does not store well in my storage containers, but I think it's really pretty. It's unique and I really like it. Okay, so there is my blush tag. As is normal, it is a 30-minute video when everybody else's were 20 because I'm a talker. And I hope you liked it. If you liked that video, like this video. If you want to see more videos from me, subscribe to my channel. And if you want to be notified of my videos, push the bell. And most importantly, be nice to yourself because you're amazing. And if you want to send me, like if you want to do this video and tag me on it, I would love that. That would be so much fun. Have a great day. Bye.